Dengan segala hormatnya dipersilakan Muhammad Maulana dari Universitas Islam Internasional Indonesia untuk membentangkan kajian yang bertajuk Exploring Student Perceptions of Instructional Strategies for Digital Learning Product Development.
All right, so uh, I am Muhammad Maulana. So this is my research. It's about exploring student perception of instructional strategies for digital learning products development. So in this presentation, it consists of background, research objective, methodology, result, conclusion, and reference. And the background, my research uh, has background because the importance of digital learning product right now in modern era can enhance student engagement, motivation, and learning outcomes. And in the developing effective digital learning product, we need to consider about the systematic creative approach involving instructional design, content development, media production, and evaluation. But I focus on instructional design because instructional design is a deliberate process focused on planning, developing, and evaluating effective instruction. Root in principle drive to analyze the learner goal, tasks, and strategies. Instructional design aim to create optional condition for learning. So that's why I consider about how important instructional design in developing digital learning product for education, because we need to make sure that our digital learning product can help the student engagement, student motivation, and of course learning outcome of learning process. And why I try to conduct this research, because there are limited literature on student perception of instructional strategies, especially in the development digital learning product. And I think this is the growing significance of DLV in education, but this is the understanding of digital learning product development as, as digital learning product itself is still limit, because the digital learning product development require comprehensive knowledge, skill, pedagogical understanding, content creation skill, and technical proficiency. And so that's why this research try to addressing the gap for effective DLV development. And this is research objective. I have only one research objective. My research question is, how do students perceive the effectiveness of various instructional strategies employed in digital learning product development? And the objective, by exploring student perception, the study aims to contribute insight into effective instructional strategies for developing digital learning product development and inform the design future digital learning product tailored to the need and preference of learners. This is the methodology that I use. I use qualitative research approach, especially using a case study method, because it's very suitable for addressing descriptive or explanatory inquiry. According to Yin, case study can generate an intimate understanding of individual and occurrence. And about the study content and participant, the location the setting is in Universitas Islam International Indonesia, and participant is graduate student cohort in Master Art of Education program 2023. So this is last year, and the focus in on the LDT courses or Learning Design Technology courses. And the timing is in the end of the semester after completion of all group project. So I have to make sure that all the group already finish their project. And the sample is entire population of students, two classes, and 10 groups. So I have 10 groups as my samples, and I make sure that every group has their representative to be interviewed. And about the data collection and analysis, I use observation, interview, and documentation. Observation here is because I can see about the development of their group project, and interview. I use interview in the last after they already finished the project, and the documentation here. I use some of document to make sure that they can what is that can give insight, and I can combine with the others. And about the ethical consideration, uh, me myself as a part of student community, so I can easily observe what happened in the class, and but of course I maintain the ethical consideration, so I make sure that systematic and scientific research step I can follow it. And here the result. So we have I have some result about what student perceive about what kind of instructional strategies that you use to develop digital learning product. And many students said that developing digital learning product is something a complexity and adaptability, because complexity, I'm sorry, means that we have lots of the resources and we need to use which one is more suitable. And adaptability, of course, about the resources that we have, we need to make sure that our digital learning product align with instructional strategies with learning objective and adaptability to available technology. This is very important because some of the students have challenge to get the to get the technology that really suitable for their learning goals. And the second one, instructional design and theoretical framework. That's the news. Many of students use different kind of instructional design framework. Some of students using ID, uh, Gagnes ID principle, and some of them using Merrill's principle, and some of them using Merrill's multimedia principle, ID40, and of course, to make sure the goals, they use Bloom taxonomy, because they perceive this strategy approach aim to optimize learning outcomes through clear instruction and effective design. So they try to make sure that the digital learning product can help teacher to reach the goal of learning. And challenge and solution. Students say that there are a lot of challenge, especially limited platform features, technological difficulties, access issue, and unfamiliarity with AI, because they try to because some of the student this kind of the project is new for them, so they need to adapt and they need to learn from the feature, and then when they compare from one platform to the other platform, there are some what is that some limitation of the platform itself. But they overcome this student using collaboration, connecting with online resources, and adaptation of existing framework. So they try. mix combined with the other platform, and they create their own digital learning product. And still in the result, they concern about different diverse audience and accessibility, because diverse audience and accessibility here means that each group they has different concern about what is the target audience for digital learning product. For example, some of them using children in kindergarten as the students, so they create more engaging digital learning product. But some of the group use adult student, especially they really concerned about how to recite Al-Quran properly, so they use MOOC to develop digital learning product. And talking about practical step for improvement, I'm sorry, number five, but most of the group say piloting is very important to make sure that we can achieve the goal. Of course, I agree with them, because this is emphasize the importance of content to user experience and then content to specific audience. This one is how we can make sure that our digital learning product can appropriate and easy to use to the student. And number six is intrinsic reward and resilience. It means that many of the student feels that after they finish the project and product development, they feel satisfied about the product itself, because they feel, oh, we can make this, we can create this after we have lot of resilience, they face a lot of challenges when create the digital learning product. And this is the last result, future direction and ethical consideration. Talking about future direction, most of the students say that in the future we need to embrace with AI integration in the digital learning product development, because we know that AI right now is very fascinating develop, and we need to make sure that we can use AI properly. And about ethical consideration, students say that the importance of ethical technology in education was underscored, emphasizing responsible practice in design and implement of DLP. It means that we need to make sure that our digital learning product really can help teacher to make sure that student get easily understand about what learning objective is. And the conclusion, talking about the conclusion, I can say that students say that digital learning product make sure that the importance of adaptability and technology use and the need to diverse audience while fostering collaboration. It means that student very emphasize to see who is our audience. And the implication is they stress the value of considered student perception in strategy design and underscore the intrinsic reward of effective product usage, reflecting the broader shift toward user-centered approach in online education. It means that when we try to develop, when we try, as teacher develop the digital learning product, we need to make sure that what student perceive, our student perceive about this product, because if we don't see what students perceive about our product or our digital learning that we use in learning process, we doesn't know that the student can get easily or this product help them to learn easily about the learning goals. So based on this finding, it's recommendation to prioritize adaptability, user friendliness, and collaboration to create more impactful and inclusive learning environment, contributing to ethical technologies in education. So this is what I can share about my research, And this is about the reference, and thank you very much.
Terima kasih kepada Muhammad Maulana atas pembentangan sebentar tadi. Sesi soal jawab selama 5 minit akan diadakan sejurus selepas pembentangan. Sila kemukakan soalan melalui chat box YouTube.
Wave Beats Music.